The next product I'm going to show you is entirely different from the ones that preceded it. I bet it over the past 10, 20, 30 years you've had some very unusual dreams and thought, and totally mind-blowing and very bizarre and fantastic almost. And maybe you thought, well, wouldn't it be nice if I could control that dream and experience that as real as I am now? Can you imagine that? That you could experience the dream as real and live in your own like fantasy world at night. I mean, there's a chance that as a child you had like a flying dream in which you flew through the air and it was real for you and you feel all the air across your body. Well, this is called a lucid dream. So a lucid dream is a dream in which you experience the dream world as real as you are now. So if you pinch yourself, you won't wake up, not necessarily, but your sensations are heightened and you can do anything. So you can indulge yourself in any fantasy, you can meet a relative that you haven't seen for many, many years or who's died and ask them questions, and the answers come up from your subconscious. Now all this sounds fantastic, and about a third of the people who ring us up and talk about this have actually had one, but they've only had one. And the problem is that most of the time when you dream, you're not aware you're dreaming. So there is now a device which will let you know when you're dreaming. Now, I don't know if you've had this experience where you've been asleep at night and the phone has rung. And you've incorporated, your mind has incorporated the phone's ringing into the dream. So it seems as if the phone is ringing inside the dream. And then the phone has rung again. And you thought, hang on a minute, this isn't in the dream, it's in the outside world. And you've woken up and gone off and answered the phone. So the outside world can come into the dream and affect the dream. And that's the principle on which the Nova Dreamer is based. And this is the Nova Dreamer. The Nova Dreamer is a sleep mask with built-in electronics. So you put it on at night by putting the mask across your face and strapping it behind with Velcro. Now, I tend to sleep on my stomach and I don't find that it disrupts my sleep, and it's not the experience of people who try this that it disrupts their sleep in any way. If I show you the other side of the device, you'll see the phone, and behind the phone is a small electronic board. Now here is a blue infrared emitter, and that would shine a light on my closed eyelids that I can't see, and a detector which detects the movement of that light. So when I wear this at night and I go into REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement, so my eyes are darting about, and that's when I'm dreaming. So this device senses when I'm dreaming. It waits 2 minutes for the dream to get underway, and then it signals me with buzzing noise and or a flashing of the lights. I'll give you an example. So you can hear the buzzing and the light flash. Now inside the dream that can be very loud and very bright, and you can adjust that. Now what happens inside the dream is quite interesting. I mean, a gentleman rang up the other week and he said he was standing at a bus stop waiting for a bus in his dream. And this lorry drove up in front of him and flashed its lights and drove on. So that is like a dream sign. That's the way that these lights and the buzzing have incorporated into his dream. Somebody else said they walked into a bar and said to the barman in the dream, I don't like the red flashing lights in here and the disco lights. So again, there's another dream sign. So these kind of signals, including peal of thunder, flash of lightning, if I were to say at that point, maybe this is a dream now because I've been any change in light or sudden sound, I'll do a quick check to see whether this is a dream or not, or whether it's reality. I would do the check and then think, oh crikey, this is a dream now. So if I imagine this is a dream now, what would I do? I'd fly, so I'd fly through the window around the village, or I'd fly through the mirror and then take me into another dream scene. Or I could go into the past and talk to a relative who's died or something like that. So there's all this potential, which is so exciting. And now, I wouldn't like you get the impression that this is very easy. You're going to put this device on the first time, it's something going to happen. Although that did happen to one computer journalist who didn't actually even believe in lucid dreaming, that it was possible. For me, it took me 8 nights. So on my 8th night, I peeled out of my body and floated above my bed, and all this warm air wafted across every single hair on my body. I could feel this exquisite sensation and just bobbing in the air. It was just out of this world, and I said to myself, this is my first lucid dream. It's the Nova dreamer that's done this. And that was just, you know, I mean, that's like such a fabulous experience. It was just worth it just for that experience, let alone the other experiences that lay ahead. So this gives you a possibility of what the Nova dreamer can do, and the power it has to transform the evenings when normally you're in bed for 6, 7 or 8 hours. Well, you can do something with the 7 times in the night when you have a dream, which would normally last up to 15 minutes. Now, I would like to say that you might be thinking, yes, but I don't remember my dreams. Well, neither did I. And before I got the Nova dreamer, I never remembered a single dream. Now, with the Nova dreamer, I made a commitment that I would write my dreams down in the morning. Within a day, I was writing 3 dreams down, and yet I had no recollection of having dreams. But here's an interesting thing that happened. A few mornings later, it was about 9:30 in the morning, and I thought, I wonder when was the last time I wrote my dreams down, because it seemed like a few days. So it was 9:30 in the morning. I opened the dream diary, and there was an entry for that morning. So I'd only written it an hour and a half before, and yet I had no recollection of even remembering my dream that morning and writing it down. So you might be saying to yourself, yes, but I didn't remember my dreams this morning. Well, maybe you did. It's just you've forgotten that you remembered this morning. So it's very subtle the way dreams work, because they're not important in normal life. Now, a brand new device which works in conjunction with the Nova dreamer is called Pest. And this is it. It operates just like a pager device. So you would wear it on your belt, and every certain number of periods, so every half an hour, it vibrates. So nobody can hear it. So every half an hour, it vibrates, and I do a reality check. So I check whether this is a dream or whether this is real. Now what I can do then is take it to bed with me and wear it at night and connect it to the Nova dreamer. So what I'm going to do is plug this into the top of Pest, and then connect it the other end into the what's called an RS-232 port on the top of the Nova dreamer, like that. Now when I wear the mask and this device is on my belt, when this detects I'm dreaming, it will vibrate the belt as well. So I'm not only wearing a belt in bed, I'm wearing, you know, pyjamas or underpants or something like that. So what it's going to do is it's going to signal. Now, I'd be walking down the road in a dream, it'd vibrate, and then I'd say, maybe this is a dream now. And of course what would happen then is I'd have a lucid dream and experience that dream as real and be able to indulge any fantasy. And that is the power of lucid dreaming.